Hello my friends, I hope you are doing okay. This is what we are going to create in this video. Rock, paper, scissors challenge with Flutter. A nice one with nice looking, and you can just click here. Let me see. See here you won, to tell you won. I picked the paper and the phone picked the rock. I won. I can click play again, and I can click on the scissor. I won again. Yeah, I am a winner. And I can pick the rock. You tied, and it can show you the score, as you can see. Yeah, this is it. Let's start. Intro. Before we start, let me tell you that you will find the links that we will use in the description of this video. The website that we will need, we find their links in the description of this video. Let me tell you this at the beginning so that I will not forget to tell you. I might forget. Okay, let's go. Okay, this is the challenge. Here it is done in JavaScript, but we are going to do it in Flutter. You just come here and you download the challenge. You just click here. If you have a GitHub account, and I have done the challenge, let me download just right here. If you have already done the challenge, you can just come just here. Here they say it looks like you have already started this challenge. Let me just visit Challenge Hub and download starter. The starter, it has some files that I want, and I will download it. Let me go to CMD and create my project. CD Flutter project. This is where I put my Flutter project, Flutter PR, and let me do Flutter create rock underscore paper underscore scissors, and just press enter, and the project is created. Let me do CD. Let me just clean this. Let me do just CD rock underscore paper underscore scissors, and let me clean this, and let me do code space dot to open my VS Code with the project I have just created. As you can see, this is it. This is the project. Let me just create a new folder to get my images, and let me reveal it in Explorer. Let me enter inside it, and let me come here and open this zipped file and zipped folder. Let me just come inside here, and images, I need 3 images: icon paper, icon rock, icon scissor. And let me copy this and come here and put them here, and let me just cross this and come here, and let me see images, icon paper, icon rock, and I have to put them in pub spec. Let me just go where there is images, asset. Here on the asset, let me do this, remove the comment, and let me just come here to see where the names, and here let me move this comment images, and let me do icon dash paper .svg, and then remove this comment to images, and then do icon dash rock.svg. Let me copy this and paste this here and do scissors. Let me save. If there is no error, we are good to go. No error. And let me just open in lib. Let me just open main. Let me just close this in main. Okay, let me delete this class, my home page. Let me just delete this class, my home page, and these comments too, I have to delete them. And here, my home page, let me call this game, and let me delete this title here, and let me create another file called game.dat and let me do st and then do stateful. Let me call this game, type game, and it have to start with a capital letter. And let me import material, import material dot dat, so the error disappear. And let me here also import the game, import game dot dat. Save this, and let me do Control B to hide these folders. Control B, and let me delete container and put scaffold. In the scaffold I need body. In the body let me put column, and in the column let me just precise children, and let me put, you have to precise till we take widget. And in the widget I need a row, and in the row will take also children, and the children will take widget. Let me just put in the row, let me just put text, and the text will be rock. Let me put a new line, rock paper, paper, new line, and scissors. Scissors. I think this is the text, but I have to download the Google Fonts. So there is a library which contains Google Fonts. Let me do Flutter Google Fonts. I think this one, the first one, this one, and let me see installing. Let me copy this and come up here in my VS Code and open terminal, new terminal, and just paste it there and click enter. and we have our Google font inside. Let me close the terminal and let me just come up here the text and do style. In the style, let me call Google Fonts and dot, and we need bar low semi-condensed. I think this one, bar low semi-condensed, and then let me just put the color have to be white colors. Do colors dot white, and font weight have to be, let me do font weight, let me do this font weight dot W700, and do font size 24.0. Yeah, I think that's it. And here it is, here elevated button, it will contain some text, and let me just do here null, and let me just here put some style and do button style, and do let me do this, sorry, fixed size, material state property, and just dot all, and here we put a size, and in the size we need width and height. Width will be 100, and here height 80. Okay, and comma, let me do background, and the background will be white. Let me do material property dot all, and here we have to precise that we take color, and the value will be colors dot white, and I think that's it. And let me just do here the chart will be rich text, rich text, and in the rich text we have, I will put text span, and in the text span let me do style, and in the style we do text style. In the text style, let me just precise the font weight, and the font weight will be, let me see, font weight, let me do this one, 700, weight 700, and let me just put semicolon and put children, and the children here will be text span, text span, and put to be array of the text span. We'll need two. Let me do text span, the first one, text span of scroll, and new line, and let me precise. I will put the style and do Google fonts dot borrow semi condensed. Here I have to here I have to put text. I have to precise this text. Okay, the error will disappear. Let me just put this into the new line so you can see. And it is style Google fonts semi condensed, and inside here let me just put font size 15.0, and color, let me just put HC, this one, HCL color dot from alpha 1. Here we put 229, and saturation to be 0.64, and lightness, I think I need a coffee, sorry guys, 0.46, and you have to transform this to color. Yeah, and I think I can copy this text span. Let me just put here semicolon, and let me just copy this and paste it here, and let me see, I will change this text to 12. Yeah, it is for max the point you are getting. Okay, text set have to be a string, and font size, let me do 40. HC color, here let me put 25, 0.25, and here 0.31. Yeah, and I think I have to put a decoration on the row. Let me just come here on the row. I have to put a decoration. Let me just put padding here on the row, padding. Then put a container, wrap with a container here, and let me just see, wrap with a container, and let me put margin edge cent dot all, and put 10.0, and put padding, and the padding edge cent dot all 10.0, and do box decoration, and do box decoration, and inside I will do border, and the border dot all, and I will do width to be 3.0, and color to be HCL. I'm using this color because in the GS challenge they have used this method HCL, so we can get the same color. 1, and here let me do 217. Saturation to be 0.16, and color lightness 0.45, and let me transform this to color. Yeah, but here I think I have to put border radius. Let me just do this and do border, and border radius I have to put border radius dot circular, and the value will be 10.0. yeah, and let me put another container on the column. Yeah, we need that container too to get the background. I need to put the decoration to the background and the padding at the top. And let me do padding accent dot only to precise top will be 30.0, and then left will be 8.0, right 8.0, bottom 8.0, and I have to put the decoration, so I can put the background decoration and the decoration box decoration and decoration. Then I put gradient, and I put gradient. Then let me just precise colors, and the colors have to be in the arrays of 2 colors, and let me just precise them HCL, and we are going to use the same method, and 214 saturation 0.47, lightness it's going to be 0.23. let me transform this to color, and let me copy this and paste this, and let me change this to 239, and here 0.49, and here 0.15, and let me save this and run. Let me just run Flutter -v. Okay, it is coming. Let's see. Okay, I think everything's fine, but here I have to put some space. Let me go to the row here. I think it's fine. Let me go to row. On this row I have to put space between here. Let me do main axis alignment, main main and do space between. Let me just press here. Let me just press R and here. Okay, as you can see, it is cool. And let me just continue in this column. Let me see. Here, let me put another column. And the children. Let me precise. The children will be widget. Everything here is a widget in the Flutter. And let me do row. And the row I have to put children and precise again. And the children have to be widget. And here we are going to put our images. Yeah, our images have to go here. And let me see how we can put them. Okay, because they are SVG, so we have to download SVG library. Let me come here and type Flutter SVG. This one, Flutter SVG, and click installing and just copy this and come up here and go to your VS Code and just open the terminal, new terminal, and paste it here and press enter. Okay, it is inside. Let me close this and let me do is okay, let me do SVG picture. This one, SVG picture, and sorry, let me do SVG picture dot asset. And let me just come here to, let me Control B and go here to civil word. Let me copy this one, the paper, and come up here in the game and paste it here. And save. Let me see if I run this. Just Shift R and see if we get our image. Okay, this is the image right here. Okay, but I think we can do better. Okay, and then just do Control B, and here on SVG, let me just put a container. Let me just put a container. Warp with a container. And sorry, in the container I put padding. Sorry, I put padding, and the padding will be edge cent.all, and the value will be 20.0, and do width 80.0. The height will be the same, 80.0, and we do the decoration. The decoration do box decoration, and in the box decoration we will have the color, and the color have to be white, and we will put shape, and the shape have to be box shape. The shape will be circle, yeah. And let me do the box shadow, and let me preset will be box shadow, and let me put it in an array, and let me do box shadow and color, and colors dot black 12. Okay, black 12. Then let me do spread radius 0.6, and let me do blue radius 7.0, and do offset and do offset for column -6. Yeah. Let me refresh, shift R. Okay, as you can see, not bad. Yeah. And then let me put another container. On this container I will add another container, so I will add another cycle. Work with the container, and work with the widget, and it will be a container, and let me put width, and width will be 120, and then put height, and height will be 120, and then put padding dot all, padding edge cent dot all, it will be 10.0, and then put some decoration, and do box and box decoration, and let me do gradient, and the gradient, and put some colors. And here, as you note, we take array of 2 colors, and here take arrays of 2 color, color from, and then put 1, and then here I will put 230, and then here I will put 0.89, and here on lightness I will put 0.6462, and transform this to color, and let me do HCL color from, and then do here it will put 1, and here 230, and here 0.49, sorry, 49, and here 0.65, and transform this to color. And let me save this, and I have to put a shadow. Just here and put the shadow, box shadow, and I have to precise box shadow, and there have to be an array of box shadow, and do this. Let me do color, and let me just put the HCL colors. Let me just put this to the next line. Alpha has to be 1, and here I have to put 229, and saturation have to be 0.64, and lightness, let me just put 0.46 of lightness, and let me transform this to color. Yeah, let me save this, and let me refresh, shift error. Okay, I have to put a box shape. The shape have to be a cycle. The shape, here let me just put the shape here, shape, and let me do box shape cycle. Just put in this semicolon here, and let me save this and do shift error. Okay, as you can see, it is a cycle, and I think I have to put also the on the box shadow. On the box shadow, it is not over yet. I've already put a color, but I need to put to the spread radius, and it will be 1, and I have to put offset, it will be 1,4. Then put 1, 30.0 offset. Here just have to put offset, yeah. And let me refresh to see if I get the shadow. Yeah, the shadow is right here. Yeah, the shadow is, we're seeing the shadow here. And let me put some padding here. Sorry, I'll find here. Let me just put sized box and do 8 to 30.0. I think it will be okay. Let me just put comma here and refresh. Okay, so we need a space here, and let me just do padding here. Let me just do padding. Let me add a container here, because as I can see we need some padding. And do work with the container and do padding. Insert dot only top, and top do 30.0, and then do right, and do left, and do 10.0, and refresh. Sorry, and refresh. Okay, I think it is okay. And as you can see, I don't need to repeat this whole thing, so I'm going to create a function that will help me to manage this thing. I'm going to create a class, so I don't want, so as you can see I can't repeat this. The code will be long if I repeat this, the same thing, so the code will be long. So let me see here if I can create a class that can hold this thing, and do st. Let me create a class and do st, and then choose stateless and call it big cycle. And in the big cycle I will need final to be widget, and the widget I call the inner child, which will be containing the image, and final color, which will be gradient, the gradient color 1. Let me copy this. Let me just copy this and do 2, and let me paste this, and here do shadow color, Okay, and here in the constant big cycle, let me just delete this. Let me delete like this and do this dot inner child and do this dot gradient color 1 and do this dot gradient color 2 and this dot shadow. Let me just put here semicolon and semicolon. And here in the container, I will just, let me see, I will just copy. Let me show you. I will copy this from here to here. Let me just do this, just this, and just cut this and come up here on the container and paste this. And what we are going to do, we are going to call, let me see here, the inner child. The inner child will be here. This I will delete it. The inner child will be here. Sorry. Inner child will be here, and let me see, gradient color 1, gradient color, this one. So let me just, I think I will remember this gradient color here. And this one too, I have to delete it, and gradient color 2. And I think here the shadow, let me see, and here the shadow, sorry, shadow color. Okay, I think that's it. And what we will do, we will turn here on this row and do big cycle. And the big cycle, we will need to put inner child, which is SV, which is SV and SVG picture dot asset and do, sorry, images slash icon dash paper dot svg. And let me do gradient color here. Let me precise ACR, and here it is 1, here it is 230, and saturation is 0.89, and lightness is 0.62, and gradient color here I have to convert this to color, and I can copy this and paste it here, and just change here. Let me just change it 5, and here let me put 0.49, and here nothing. I will change here, and the shadow, paste it here. Sorry, and here I have to put M229, and here 64 on the shadow, and here 0.49. Save this, and let me refresh to see if I will get the same result. Okay, if you see no change, it means I've done everything correctly. And let me put another big cycle. Let me just copy this one to save some time, and put it here. Images, paper, and icon. Here I will put Caesar, and I have to change here to be, let me do 39, and that is 0.890 here. Let me do 49. Just look very well so you can get the same colors. Here it will be 40, here it will be 0.84, and it will be 0.53, and the shadow will be here 39, and 0.64, here to be 0.46. Let me just check this, refresh, shift R, and let me see, it's fine on the scissor, but I have to put the space between, just here to main axis, then main space between. Let me refresh. Let me see if the space is there. I think you have to put the on the bounding, you have to put right bounding here, right bounding, and I put 10.0. yeah, let me refresh so we can have some space here. Okay, it is looking cool, we are getting there. And let me just here in the column, let me put another one at the bottom, and I need to put the rock, and this is this one, and let me put here, and another one. Let me call it, and let me just paste it here, and it will be rock, and then here let me put it will be 349, and here it will be 0.71, and here it will be 0.52, and here it will be 349, and here it will be 0.70, it will be 0.56, it will be 349, and it will be 0.64 and 0.46. Let me refresh. Okay, it is looking cool. Yeah, I think. Let me just put some space here and put sized box height. Let me do 30.0, and let me just put column there and refresh. We are getting there. Yeah, we are getting there. And what we are going to do is to put some clicking. If I click here, to tell me what I have chosen. So easy. Then let me just come up here on big cycle and do warp with a widget and do equal and do on top we just have if a user type, we print paper. Click it on paper, and let me test this. Refresh. Let me click here. As you can see, paper here. Okay, and let me just start the logic. And so the logic, I have to declare some variables, and let me start just here, and I do string. The string of the user choice. So I can declare null string. So let me do user choice and do this, and declare to string. Let me get the string. Let me do computer choice. As we all know, a phone is a computer. Yeah, for as a programmer, for people who did computer science, they know a phone is a computer. And let me just do, if someone click here, if someone click on the paper, it will tell him, it will initiate user choice to return the user choice is equal to here paper. Now the user choice will be equal to paper. and it is very easy. Let me show you the logic. It is very easy. Then I have also to do another function called computer comp choice. Let me do comp choices because I have compute choice. Let me do comp choices, and let me come here and create a function called void comp choices, and in the comp choices I have to put some in random numbers. But first let me just put an array of choices here so we can run another thing. Let me do a list of choices. Choices have to be in a string, have to precise the string, and in the string I have to put here, if I do this is final. Let me do choices, and it is equal to array of choices to be paper, rock. This is very easy, somehow easy for some people, but the logic is I hope you can see. If you have any question, just ask in the comments. I will respond very quickly. And we will turn, let me turn here and continue my logic. Let me think a bit. So we have here random. Let me do random. Let me show you how you can generate a random number. A random equals to, here I have to initialize random, and then I do int random number equals to random dot next int. The maximum I have to do it is 3 because there are 3 choices. It is 3 to generate 3 to generate 1. It will generate 0, 1, and 2. 0, 1, and 2. So 3 choices. And then I'm do comp choice, the font choice or computer choice, to be equal to underscore choices, and just put the random number here. It can be 0, 1, or 2. Yeah, I can show you. Let me just here print this so you can see. Let me print the random number. Just do random number so you can see the random number. It is printing, and print to the, and let me just show you at once the comp choice. Sorry, comp choice. Then the function is running. Yeah, the function is there here. And let me save this and refresh, Shift R, and if I press here to say paper, it is 0, and the computer have chosen paper. Let me click again, it is 1. Computer have chosen rock, 1 rock. Okay, see 0 it is paper, 2 will be scissor. Let me see, yeah, 2 to be scissor. Okay, very easy. Yeah, as you can see, we are getting there with our logic. Let me delete this and let me see the next thing to do. And you have to choose who won. After the computer choice, let me just come here and do who won, and you have to be a function too, and here to decide who won. Who won, and here if it has to take the user choice, and the computer choice, and decide who won. Here the logic is very simple. I have to use map. I'm the var to simplify things. I can use switch case or if clause, but let me use map. RPS rock paper scissor choices equals, let me do this, and let me just do rock, and in the rock I will do all possibilities, and let me do scissor. If it is scissors, and let me do, if it is scissors, I win. If it is rock, it's a tie. So I do 0.5, and if it is paper, I lose. Sorry, here I have to put semicolon, I lose. And you can copy this and paste it. And here it will be paper. If it is paper and scissor, you lose, and rock, you win, and paper, it's a tie. And let me see here, and you put MD for scissor. Scissor, if it is scissor, it's a tie. 0.5. and rock, you lose, paper, you win. And let me just close this, and I will do var my score is equal to RPS choices and let me do user choice, and yeah, I put also comp choice, and semicolon, but is telling me it can be null, so let me just do this as that want. That is the language that Flutter use, so I put it. If the value is null, so it will be declared as null, but it will never be null. And let me see who won. There on who won, here I have to put some values, and the value to be user choice and a computer choice. Yeah, who won. So I think it is written like this, who won. Yeah, who won, and save it. I think it is be preferable to print this to see if it is working correctly. And let me just do print, and I will print my score. And then refresh, and let me choose paper. Okay, the computer, I suppose computer have chosen paper 2 and paper 0. Let me print also the choice of the computer to see if I'm in the right path. Computer choice, refresh, and paper, it's correct. Scissor on the paper, okay, it's fine. Rock paper, I want, okay. I think it is good, and I think you are seeing the logic. Yeah, I think you're seeing the logic. And another thing, I have to update the scroll. Yeah, I have to update the scroll, so I have to from here I have to do update. It is another function, update scroll, and I will do my scroll here, and let me just do this. We do update score, and do my score to take this, and let me see, I have to also to put message if it will say you lose, you tired, you won. So let me do string message, and I think also int enter double my points. Which will be equal to 0.0. Yeah, from here I will do if my score is equal to 0, so it will return, let me do this, message equal to you lost, and my you lost, let's put here my points is plus equal to 0.0, and then let me do else if my score is equal to 0.5. Here we return message equals you tired, and the point have to increment, have to increase the point to plus to 0.5, and I will do else to return, on the else to return message equals you won, and I have to increment my point by 1. And I have to forget to put semicolon. Yeah, and I think that's it. And yeah, I have to test this. If the increment, to test that I have to use state. I have to set state. Let me just come here and set state on my points, and let me just go to the top where there is here on the scroll, there is 12. I put my points dot to string, and let me refresh. As you can see, 0.0. I click here, so it is 1.1, so I won. I click, I lose, it's still 1. I tied, you see, I won again. Okay, that is fresh. So I have to display a message. If I want, I have to display a message and show what the computer chose, what the phone chose, and what I chose. Yeah, I think that is the another step with another design. So to do that, I'm going to show you how I can do that. I have to use a boolean value. I have to use a boolean value here. Let me just explain. it will be called bool has chosen. If the computer has chosen, it will show the result has chosen false at the beginning. At the beginning it have to be false, but let me make it true so that you can see what I'm going to do. Let me just come up here, just here on this container. Just look very well on this container, and here we have a column, and I'm going to put ternary operator, and it will show that if the boolean value is true, it will show that the computer has chosen. If it is false, it will show that the computer hasn't chosen. Let me do has, let's put has chosen, and you put a question mark. If it has chosen, it will show, let me just text, let me just do a text, which means it is true, it has chosen, and here put double point. Here we put my design, we come here on this text true. Let me just test this and refresh. Here you can see very well, here you can see very well there is true. Here if you can see very well there is true, a small true there. So the design will go there, and let's start that design. And this is true. I will put column, and in the column I will put, let me see, children, and I have to precise the children have to take widget, and here I have to put some row, input row, and the row will take children. And if you have any question, just ask in the comments, I will answer. You have to take widget, and here, because I have to show the result of what the user picked and what the computer picked, let me just create some widget here on the top. Let me just create some widget that will contain our choices. Widget, I hope you are understanding what I am doing here. Picked, and I'm sorry for my English. Okay, let me just do container. I picked container, and then we move to another widget comp picked, which will be equal to container 2. Okay, and then I have to, after the user is have chosen, I have to assign what the user has picked. I have to assign it. Okay, let me think a little bit how I did it. And after who won, let me just go there. After who won, we are getting there. Who won, I have to put here, I have to put picked to be a function picked what the user picked, and let me just here unpicked, and I will do if. Let me use if user choices, if user choice equal to paper, I will do I picked is equal. Let me just copy here for paper. I think this is it. I will just take this and come back here. Picked will be equal to this. Then else if user choice, if user choice is equal to rock, then I picked will be equal to let's copy this. I hope you can see it very well. And else will be equal to Caesar. Let me copy this and come just here, and S will be equal to Caesar. I picked be equal to Caesar. And I have also, this is the user choices, and I have also to put some computer choices. Let's say I picked. I have also to put some computer choices or font choices, computer choices, but to be the same. So let me just copy this and just paste it here, and here we do comp picked, and here to comp picked, and here to comp picked. Okay, and we can test this. Let me just come out here. Here we take two choices, the computer choice, the font choices, and the computer choice. And I think we are getting there. let me do I picked, then here I will do comp picked, and here let me put main axis alignment, let me do main space between, and let me just here do the, let me just change here to has chosen, let me just put false, and on set state, and sorry, here I have to put has chosen on set state, and there is where I have to put here, and here I have to put has chosen equals to true. I think now it will work. Let me just think a little bit, but I think we can test this and see if it will work. But I think it will work. And let me just do paper. I've chosen paper. It is paper. It's a tie. What isn't updating here? It's a tie, paper. It is not printing the computer choice. Why? Let us see. No. Okay, I see the error. I have also to change. I forgot to change choices. Computer here. I have to put if the computer choice equal to paper. This is my mistake. Sorry guys. And yeah, and let me refresh again. Let me just shift error, and if I choose paper, the computer chosen paper, it's a tie. Let me refresh again, and let me choose paper again. I lost because the scissor is the point stick to 0. Okay, let's continue, and I have to put a button. Somewhere. But before I put a button, let me just show what I picked. And I have to write so the user of our game can know what we are doing. Let me just put a column. Children, you have to precise here. It is widget. And I picked here. We have to put. Let me do. Just size box height to be 10.0, and let me do text, and the text will be I picked, and then undo style, and do Google fonts, and then the bar low semi condensed, and do color, and colors it will be white, and do font weight it will be font weight will be bold, and do font size to be 25.0. yeah, I think that's it. And let me copy this style, because I think I will use the same on your comp picked. Let me just put some column and precise this widget, and do sized box height 10.0, and let me do text. I think sorry, and with text, and the text is here. I have to precise the font picked, because some user ignore that the phone is a computer, so you have the font picked. Then let me just paste this. Start will be the same as I can see. I think here I forgot to put the extra things. Okay, and then let me refresh and see. Let me click on paper. I picked, and the font picked this, so we are cool. I think I need to put a button, and then it will be the last thing to do. Not the last one, but I think we are going to reach the end of our sorry, let me just see. It is, I will have to put this, yeah. Yeah, let me see how to put this here, and put the button, elevated button, and let me just start with style. It is small letter style, and the style will be elevated button, sorry, elevated button dot style from, and the style from and the primary to be the primary color will be white, colors dot white, and I will do padding, and the padding will be edge insert dot symmetric horizontal 60.0 and vertical will be 10.0, and on pressed here, on pressed I have to do set state has chosen to false, so I have to start the game when someone pressed this. And let me do the text, and the text will be play again, and play again. Let me do style and do Google Fonts dot below semi-condensed, and I will put color, and the color will be HCL from 1 2 3 9, and here we do 0.49, and lightness will be 0.15, and I have to change this to color, and font weight will be bold, and font size will be 30.0. Let me refresh. As you can see, this is it, but I think we need a sized box here. Sized box 8 to, let me put 40.0, so we can have some space. Let me refresh. Yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah. And another thing, so you are seeing I'm clicking on the paper, so I have to put also, let me just do this, copy this and cut it, Ctrl X, and I will do user, okay, I'm going to copy this and cut, and I will do user clicking, and in the user clicking, here I will do user clicking, and paste this here and save. I think you have spelled it not correctly. User clicking, let me just paste it here. Yeah, user clicking, okay. And Yeah, and then I will add inkwell and add it on rock and scissor. I'm just here do wrap with the widget in inkwell, and then I think I can come up here and just copy on top, and the user here it will be the user choice, it will be scissors, and here on the rock also have to put inkwell, warp with a widget, and do this, and here with the widget I have to change it to inkwell, and I have to change this to rock. I think we are done. Let me just refresh this. And choose the rock. You see I picked the rock and the user picked the phone. I lost, and let me do play again. As you can see, I start again and then pick scissor. I picked scissor and the phone picked the rock. I lost again. Then choose paper. I picked paper and the phone picked scissor. I lost again. Let me see. And paper. I picked paper. I picked phone. I picked paper. The phone picked paper. It's a tie. Oh, I have to display also the message. Oh, so you can do many things here, but let me display also the message. It is very, very important. I have to display the message too, which will tell me if I won or if I lost. Let me display the message. I think this is the last thing we are going to do, but you can add many stuff here. You can add many stuff as you wish. And just here let me put text, and the text will be message, and I will put style and Google fonts, and then and here I will do color, and the color will be colors dot white, and we have font weight will be font weight bold, and font size will be 60.0. Let me just here put semicolon. Let me just put a column here, and then here put a sized box, and just put height to be, let's do 40.0, and semicolon. I hope you can see very well, and you can write in the comments, and if something is wrong here with the project, you can tell me. But this is it. Let's play again. Choose paper. You tired? It's true. pick paper, and pick scissor, you try it again, and pick rock, I try it again, okay, and put paper, try it again, paper, try it again, paper, I want paper, and the phone pick the rock, I want scissor, I lost a pick, okay, but you can see the even the marks is increasing. I picked, okay, you want, I picked rock and phone picked scissor, yeah, you want, I picked scissor and the phone picked paper. So this is the game, as you can see, and it is running very well, very correctly. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed the video and the lessons. If you have any problem, just ask in the comments, I respond, and you have all my contact in the description of this video, and everything's there. And see you in the next video, and you can support me by sharing this video and by subscribing and liking this video. Even a single comment with emoji will help me. So peace, see you in the next video.